We don't have to go through all that transfer. Perfect.
Thank you for that, for
Yes,
letting me
sir.
know that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Sorry, I gotta get your Cessna 172 Sierra Papa. I have your clearance. Advise when you're ready to copy.
Ready to copy 172 Sierra Papa.
172 Sierra Papa, you're cleared to the Yarley VOR as filed. Climb and maintain 3000. Departure frequency 123.8. Squawk 3255. And advise ground when you're ready to taxi.
And clear to the Yarley VOR as filed. Altitude is 3000, frequency is 123.8 and 3255 on the books. Advice ground ready to taxi 172 Sierra Papa.
Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa readback is correct.
Put us hit our 3255. And we are going to be talking to we're going to be talking to ground here. Any position here just from the exit so I can tell ground where I am located. That is convenient. Alpha 5 is actually the closest to and I'm not blocking the exit. So good morning, ground 172 Sierra Papa is holding short at Alpha 5 with information kilo going to the Yarley VOR.
Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa, runway 15, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 6.
Runway, uh, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 6, and the departure runway is 15, 172 Sierra Papa. So here we are entering from Alpha 5 to Alpha. And our next instruction said to cross runway 6. Okay, we're approaching runway 6, and we have been cleared for to cross runway 6. A good practice is always to look to the right or to the left for any incoming aircraft. Without losing the and crossing. And I would like to see if I can give a glance to the windsock, because see if I will have any crosswind or anything like that. Okay, here we are in the runway 15 at Alpha 6. We are gonna do our small before landing checklist, which is lights, landing light com, navigation lights and stop lights. Camera, we are gonna be doing they're gonna send us a heavy mode. So we're putting heavy mode in here. And action, we're gonna put our mixture full rich. And we're gonna call tower now. So we're getting to tower. Tower 172 Sierra Papa is holding short at Alpha 6, runway 15, ready for departure.
Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa. Fly runway heading, clear for takeoff, runway 15.
Fly runway heading, clear for takeoff, runway 15, 172 Sierra Papa. I'm gonna get in there quick, but at the same time, I wanna see if I can get a glance of the windsock. The windsock is straight. I saw it, and the center here, should we have a problem here? Airspace alive. My instruments are on the green. 60 rotating. Let's look for VY. And as we try to capture VY, we're gonna try to identify Yarley. Okay, Yarley has been identified. Okay, 600 I can proceed, 400 AEL I can proceed on course.
No, you were issued
for runway
heading. Remember, tower.
Runway heading.
That's right.
Correct, yeah.
So typically, they're not going to want you to turn on course at that low of an altitude anyway. Remember, even if tower wasn't here, you have default departure procedures, and usually that's always straight ahead till you're 400 feet AGL before turning on course.
Okay, so I will have to wait for tower to...
We just wait. You're in the hands of tower right now. Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa, turn left heading 060, contact departure.
Turn left heading 060 and contact departure 172 Sierra Papa. And okay, let's switch to departure here. Departure 172 Sierra Papa at 1100 for 3000.
Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa ident. Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa, radar contact, climb and maintain 3000, proceed direct Yarley.
Climb and maintain 3000, proceed direct to Yarley 172 Sierra Papa. Okay, you are after takeoff checklist. Flaps are up, lights, landing lights come down, and taxi lights come down. And cruise climbs the horizon, airspeed 90, not yet, getting there, lean as required. We're gonna be leaning just a little bit when we get to our cruise altitude and scan for traffic.
Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa, due to weather delays at your destination, I have holding instructions for you. Advise when you're ready to copy.
Ready to copy 172 Sierra Papa.
Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa, hold northeast of the Yarley VOR on Victor 445, maintain 3000, and expect further clearance at 1530 Zulu, time now 1510 Zulu.
Hold northeast of the Yarley VOR on Victor 445. Maintain 3000. Expect for the clearance at 1530. Time now 1515. 172 Sierra Papa.
172 Sierra Papa, read back correct.
Okay, let's look for that Victor 445. Out of Yarley. 447, 433, 172, 43. You say Victor 445, correct?
That's correct.
Tower. Yeah. It's tower no approach. Victor 445.
What is your orientation that I issued?
Northeast.
That's right. So always look over there because there your answer lies over there somewhere. That keeps you from looking around the other quadrants needlessly.
I found Victor 405, but I don't see 445. Let me see if I can move this really quick. See, this is Yarley, right? Northeast of Yarley. I see Victor 405, 405, 430, 457, 419, 143. Northeast will be here, even if I put myself all the way here.
I can't keep up. You're moving it around too much. Just find the Yarley VOR and go northeast quadrant.
Yeah,
This would be off your right, and
this
then
this is Yarley right here. Is it? Yeah, this is Yarley right here. The Yarley VOR. Northeast of Yarley is all this.
Okay, just hold on just a minute. Let me just double check my chart, make sure
Sure.
I didn't grab the wrong one. I could have very well done it, but I thought I was on the Yarley VOR.
Let me pause the
no, it's there again. Your chart is just not you've got to you need to scale out on it a little bit. I mean, zoom in on it a little bit because it's just not showing it.
Let me
just pause for a second.
Yep. Let me just make it bigger.
Just go over and focus on the Yarley VOR and go ahead and range in a little bit on it so you can zoom in.
So this is Yarley. This is Yarley VOR.
Yeah. So see where that TK that Tango, that TK50 double check to make sure that your overlay is low altitude. You may have it on high altitude or something. I don't know. You're using Sky Vector. So again, Sky Vector, a little bit different from ForeFlight that I'm using with regard to referencing stuff. Let's see. What is it saying up there? No, it looks okay, I think. But anyway, you got to find it there because it's see where that TK502 is coming off of Yardley. It actually isn't on Yardley because it doesn't go through the VOR. But all right, hang on just
TK102.
Yeah, just a minute. Let me get my pen up. I'm sorry. All right, so it's right down through here. The Victor Airway I'm talking about, right along there. Okay.
Right along here?
Yep.
Yeah, so Victor 147.
I don't know how current your Sky Vector is. It should be if if you're using it as a mass issued product here.
445. I can try to plot it on ForeFlight too.
Just use the 78-degree radial, okay? So let's make it simple. Hold northeast on the 078-degree radial, and the rest of the instructions are the same.
All right.
But there's something quirky. You need to look into that. Something's wrong with your overlays because I'm sitting here looking at the 078-degree radial is the Victor 445. So you do need to research that a little bit to determine why your chart doesn't represent that Victor Airway.
Yeah, that's weird. All right, so 078. So this will be a 2, 5, A is the reverse. And let's just put this on the side. I'll check on that after the class. Let me just put it here and do a quick check. So 078 is to my right. So this is going to be a teardrop entry. Let's go for this, and it's a flight pattern. Right. So boom. Okay. So we're gonna be doing. Let me get my timings in there. I'm gonna use the timer of the GPS. You won't be able to see it because I can go ahead and 07A. All right, let's rehearse this entry. This is gonna be a teardrop entry. And because it's a teardrop entry, is gonna be using Lars, which is left add, right subtract. So I'm gonna subtract 30 from 07A. That will be 04A. So our first heading is gonna be 048, which is all the way over here, 04A. And because we are going to be holding, there is no need for me to go 117 knots. I'm just going to get there. It's going to go slow myself down. Okay, so perfect. So this is going to be a teardrop entry. My first entry, I'm going to be doing a heading of 048. And then I'm timing for 1 minute. And then I said turn, time, twist, throttle, and torque. So that's what we're going to be doing. And let's check the wing. I have a 5-knot wing from the left. I'm going to try to see it in the first entry. It's going to be hard for me to do any wing correction. In the second one, that once we know where we are, we're going to try to do some correction, maybe just a couple of degrees more to the left, just to compensate for the 5 knots that I have coming from my quarterly left tailwind. And 2.3 from Yarley at this moment. It has been identified. I'm going to use double check here. That has been identified. Perfect. And it indicates here that this is Yarley. So double security, we are there. I had to remember that I need to communicate the last of the T is top. So I need to communicate the time that I enter the hole. And basically, we're going to be in the hole for, let me just double check here my hole instructions, for about 15 minutes. So we're going to be doing, if every turn is 1 minute, and then when we have 2 legs, we're going to be roughly around 5 minutes on the hole. No big deal. We're 1.0, at 0.5, we're going to be entering the corner confusion. As a matter of fact, we can see some deflection already there. I'm going to hand fly this hole, removing the autopilot. And my airspeed is too low. So let's go to 2200.
Set it for a number on your RPM. 2200 would be fine, and just leave it there.
Yep. 0.5. Corner confusion is coming along.
Okay.
And I need to confirm station passes before the station passing is confirmed. Now we turn. We're going to go to the heading with time. Starting our timer. We are going to be twisting in a second. We're going to be twisting to, it's going to be the 25A. Almost there. 25A. We are throttling and we're talking. Ground 172 Sierra Papa entered the hole at it's really 1520 Zulu.
I'm going to your altitude, and you said ground, by the way, so it's
yeah, I'm sorry.
yeah,
Approach.
approach. Yeah. Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa, roger that.
So we are 1 minute. We're going to be proceeding to now to do our right turn navigation at 20 degrees bank angle. And it's still too fast. Right, so I'm holding here just a little bit to get that, but I'm gonna start my timer just to wait for that needle to move. And I can get my 07A. Seems that it wants to move. And when it moves, it will move. Come on. All right, it's moving. 078 had to be my heading. Guys, not moving fast enough. Need to concentrate on that first. Okay. Okay, so technically I'm 1.2, so that timing is a wash at the beginning because we didn't really do a good interception in there. So let's see what we get on the next one, and let's try to see. We have a 6 knot headwind now. So that means that we likely are going to have to extend our outbound. I'm not going to wait all the way for confirmation of station passes, meaning that the flag had to be all the way solid on the end. All right. Okay, that's confirmation. I'm going to go to my side at 20-degree bank angle. We're going to do heading. And now our heading is going to be the radial that we're looking for. Watch your altitude and your speed. I'm going to wait for confirmation of that flag station passes to start our timer. Zero 078. Right, we can do that. 78. And station passes, we reset the timer. And let's try to maintain 78.
Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa, your new expect further clearance now is 1535 Zulu, and once you're released from the hold, you can expect the RNAV GPS 15 into Northeast Philadelphia.
Okay, so my new expected release from the hold is going to be 1535 Zulu. And after that, I can expect the RNAV 15 to Northeast Philadelphia. 162 Sierra Papa. Okay, so 57, 59, perfect. So let's do our turn, navigation, heading, and let's 20-degree bank angle, and let's see how this goes. Hopefully it's gonna be a textbook. If not, we do some correction on the wing. Okay, since that we are gonna have to do some wing correction. It is coming, it's not that bad. Just small wing correction on the outbound. I'm gonna start that timer because I'm holding it just a bit. Okay. So let me check 126 at 35. We're gonna be doing the Alan, quick question.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The exiting the hold, should I exit in the outbound or on the inbound?
You should cross when you go back inbound. So, when you cross Yardley when you're on the inbound leg, like you are right now. In other words, if I had released you from the hold, right now, when you cross Yardley, you can go on whatever path was assigned to you.
Okay.
There are occasions where, if they tell you to do otherwise, you do otherwise. But most of the time, if they don't tell you, it's best for you to get turned back around, go back to the fix that you're doing the hold at, and leave from there.
All right, so station pass at 130, station pass let's do 20, let's go heading. Let's do some minor corrections. To the wing. So I've been holding on the 078 outbound. Let's do a minor correction in there, maybe 3 degrees or so. Let's try 3 degrees, 0.75, just to compensate, see if that helps. Looking for that station passes to reset my timer. Station passes, resetting timer. And something that we can do here is, well, I'm not gonna do it right now because I need to pay attention, but when you release me, normally when you release me from the hold, do you give me a vector or I go just direct?
No, I would give you guidance on where I wanted you to go when leaving. So
okay, good. So at that time, I can start loading my approach.
Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa, you are released from the Yardley hold, and when able, proceed direct to standby.
Standby 172 Sierra Papa.
Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa, you are cleared for release from the hold at Yardley. When able, proceed direct to Maisie. That's Mike, Alpha, Zulu, India, Echo. And expect the RNAV GPS 15 into Northeast Philadelphia.
Proceed direct to Maisie and expect the RNAV 15 to Philadelphia 110 to Sierra Papa. Okay. So I'm gonna use put really quick the autopilot, and it's gonna be the autopilot to get a hold of that. And I'm gonna start working on my procedure, the flight plan. We're gonna go Macy. Is it Macy or Macy?
It's
But yeah.
Maisie. Now, what you'd want to do is pull your approach plate up. Don't kind of do guesswork, because I told you direct to Maisie, and
Mm-hmm.
that's a part of the GPS
Oh,
15 approach.
got
So
you.
pop
Okay.
your approach up real quick, and you'll see how to spell it. Now, if you're not,
Oh,
I spelled it to you phonetically, so you got to be ready, to write stuff down if you need to, or at least tell them to, repeat it or something like that. If you're not sure, don't take stabs at it. Don't guess.
okay. 15. Okay, so Macy, looking here. Macy, I see.
See it?
Okay, so yep, I see. Just need to put her KPNE here. Oh my God, it's KPNE. A, B.
And you can pause the simulator, because I know it's a problem because you're having to mouse so much stuff in. So that this would not be realistic with regard to how quickly you get things done.
Correct.
Because you're having to sit here and do simulator mousing entries and stuff. So just pause, and we'll go from there.
Procedure approach. It's gonna be the RNAV Runway now, RNAV there, and Macy needs to approach back. And
I wouldn't worry about that, because you really would just want to load it in so you get GPS navigation as soon as possible to head to Maisie. You can go back later and barrow in
okay.
minimums. Not a problem.
All right. So I'm
Time and
gonna
play.
load, and because I had not been I had not been approach. Well, I mean, the only way that I can get to Macy is if I activate the approach. So procedure.
There's two different ways you can do it. You can either activate the approach with the assumption that you're going to do the approach the way that we're
Mm-hmm.
talking about, or
Mm-hmm.
you can load it and then go into your flight plan, highlight Maisie, and go direct enter. So
That's a great point. Thank you.
there's just a
I didn't
couple
think
of
about
ways
that.
of doing it.
Yeah. Okay, good. And we're gonna do CDI is gonna be the GPS, and we're gonna press no.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do. Let me see how far I'm 9.9 from 8, so I have a little bit of time. Now I can check. I can load my minimums.
But navigate first, though.
Yep.
You know.
Yes. So navigate. Good point. Navigate.
Yeah. Once you get that GPS, now your D-bar deflection, that's tolerance here, is 3/4 deflection. Okay. So,
Yeah.
now that's why it's always aviate, navigate first, and then go back to
Absolutely.
any incidental things you're doing. But in this case, from an evaluation standpoint, I was watching you, and I didn't, I don't want you to let that D-bar get more than 3/4 deflection, just because you're doing other things, that's not an excuse for letting your navigation tolerances get out of hand. You know what I mean?
Makes
So you
sense.
just got to kind of pay attention to detail. There you go. You good. And then, of course, you got it on GPS nav. I would definitely say do that. So now you've got time to go tinker with some other things, because
Correct.
you have a high demand of workload placed on you right now.
Correct. So let's go over display. First thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna get this 80s game. We're gonna let that roll in there just to confirm that it's the same 80s.
33, departing runway 0633. Advise on initial contact. You have information November.
November is now current. And let me check the altimeter.
North Northeast Philadelphia. Information November 1525. Zulu Special. Wind light and variable. Visibility more than 10 miles. Sky conditions here at 800. Temperature 20. Dew point 15. Altimeter 3024. Arrive runway 06.
Altimeter has been checked, and I'm talking to approach. All right, so let's brief this approach play really quick. This is the RNAV GPS runway 15 on East Philadelphia, which is valid from October 3rd to
Skyhawk
October
1720 Papa, descend and maintain 2,500.
Descend and maintain 2,500.
Advise when you have the weather at northeast Philadelphia.
We got information November 172 Sierra Papa. When I'm requesting a descent or a climb, ATC is expecting for me not to do it no less than 500 feet per minute. So
that's reasonable, yeah. No less than, so
no less than, yeah.
500-600 feet per minute will probably do the job for you quite nicely.
Yep. So let's finish this. Got the 80s. I'm talking to approach. Northeast Philadelphia is in there, and ground is in there as well. I'm gonna be heading to towards Macy, which is my initial approach text, and then we go from there to Queso, which is an intermediate fix at 2,000, and I'm right now at 2,500. That's my descent point. From there, I'm gonna go to 1,400 to my final approach fix, which is packed, and then from there to 820 at Levy, and my NDA is 660 here, and my VDP is, let me calculate this, it's
Skyhawk 1720 Papa, cross Maisie at 2,500. You're cleared for the GPS 15 approach northeast Philadelphia.
Cross Maisie at 2,500, clear for the GPS and approach 172 Sierra Papa. Now we can activate our approach. Okay, and we need to cross Maisie at 2,500. Let's check that airspeed again. 2,200 should be good enough. I'm looking for 90 for this approach. Okay.
Okay, turn your autopilot off because the autopilot would disarm with the loss of AHRS. Okay, there you go. Partial panel all the way in.
I'm climbing, so I need to get myself.
Just adjust your scan, aviate, navigate, and then of course, in this case, investigate, see if you can fix it. If you can't, then you definitely would call ATC, let them know what your situation is, and we'll just pretend like you did all that, and you and I came to an agreement that it's in your best interest to do this GPS 15 approach for a landing.
Yeah, absolutely. I am 2.4 from Macy. I'm required to cross Macy at 2,500 and a little bit to the right.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to
hold that altitude.
Oh, yeah.
Use your standby attitude indicator a little bit just to kind of keep everything reasonably in check.
25 on this. Macy at 2,500. Okay, 1.3 from Macy. I've been clear for the approach. The next thing is gonna be 2,000. So I'm gonna put it here 2,000 just to have it ready. And a little bit to the left. And I need to be sure that I don't descend. Okay. So now I'm gonna go to over Macy, go to Queso. I can descend to 2000. I can descend to 2000. Airspeed. Descend. No, ascend. Okay, let's descend.
Yep. Power back to about 19 and nose down here on your standby attitude indicator slightly below the horizon. And just hold that steady and fly your needle. And that way the airplane will do all the hard work for you. Shoot, I hit the wrong button. My bad.
I can probably go. 2000 is coming. But I'm a little bit towards the. Right. And now, good.
Good.
And 2000, I need to maintain 2000. Airspeed is a little bit too.
Yeah.
Right, so after Queso, I can go to my final prospect and descend to 1400.
Right. And go back to, on your power, go back up to about 2100 RPMs to maintain 90 knots when you're leveling off at 2. So again, work on flying by numbers. It's just real mechanical. There you go. Might need to put what's your speed? 80 something. Okay.
80 something.
Simulator, unless you got flaps out, simulator you may have to go 21, 22 or something like that. But you'll just have to kind of find the exact numbers that you like on your simulator to make this work out for you. There we go. Good. Nice job so far.
For a partial panel, yeah. Okay, so just so I am 3.2 from Queso. After that, I can cross. After Queso, I can go to 1400. So let's put this in here. We'll put that in there eventually.
Skyhawk 1720 Papa, you can contact Northeast Philadelphia Tower now on 126.9er.
Contact Tower 126.9er, 1720 Papa. Tower 1722 Sierra Papa, incoming for landing full stop, RNAV 15.
Skyhawk 1720 Papa, winds are 150 at 6. You're cleared to land runway 15.
Clear to land runway 15, 172 Sierra Papa. A little bit bumpy around here. I'm seeing that airspeed is coming to me. I need to maintain 2000 and 1.6 from Queso. Go back to. And Queso is my final approach fix. No, Queso is not my final approach fix. Fact is my final approach.
There you go. Good catch.
Okay. Now I can go all the way to 1400. Okay, so I can go to 1400, let's put that in here. Stay down. Okay, so 1400 in here. Let's check. I need to descend, not going crazy, obviously not. I want my rate of descent to be at 500. Try to keep that rate of descent 500. 5.1 for packs. Can descend to 1400, keep descending. Okay, the wind is getting counted, that's on my favor. Close to 1400 now. And as a fact, I can go to 820. I can stay out of here. Okay, 2.2 from packs. At 2.0, I can put my first notch of flaps. 2.0, first notch of flaps comes here. Maintain that. And 0.3 from packs. And next descent is gonna be to 820 levy. Levy. All right, so I can go all the way to 820. Just to 9. To 9 of this.
Alert from calendar. Post solar reading at SREC trade.
My NDA here is 660. And my BDP is about 2. And to increase that descent rate.
Yeah. That's probably one of the most important things that you can do for yourself, is to get that established descent rate right after you hit the final approach fix and hold it there.
X1 2.1 from the runway and getting to 100, and I can go to the runway. I can descend to 660. Second notch of flaps come down here, and about 2. Now to come out from the runway right now, because it's 660 device, it's about 230, 2.3. I can now go VSOL. Because that's my BDP. So landing, I had the runway inside, I had the required visibility, and I am established.
Okay, good. Nice job.
Thank you. And over the glass slab is coming here. I am 1.0. My last notch of flaps got in. A little bit too high. Now I'm in the glass slab. Gonna go out here.
Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa, turn right when able, contact ground.
Turn right when able, contact ground once into the Sierra Papa. Okay. So let's put our flaps up, clean our little bit of airplane. We did our, let's assume that we did our after landing checklist, and let's switch to ground. Ground 172 Sierra Papa is exited the runway at goal, and I'm looking to park at Legacy parking lot.
Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa, taxi to the ramp via taxiway Alpha.
Taxi to the ramp via taxiway Alpha, 172 Sierra Papa.
Just go ahead and pause right here for a second, just
Sure.
so we have a few minutes here to
Sure.
go over. I'm going to do something here real quick. I'm going to stop your sharing of your screen and share mine real quick.
Sure.
Okay, I just don't want you to lose a lot of sleep about that Victor 4
Okay,
I'm
thank
going to
you.
actually, I'm going to do a little investigation into it because I went over to Sky Vectors on my end as well, and I could not get it to show up. Again, I do use ForeFlight. I do keep it updated, but there could be a gremlin running around here. Okay, so just time and place. Maybe if I'd have picked 276, we wouldn't have this little dilemma. But it's just a charting kind of thing that I can't answer
Yeah,
right off the bat. But you see that Victor 445 coming off of
I
Yardley.
see.
See,
Yeah, I
that's
see.
what
It's
I
in the
was.
zero 07A.
I just looked over there and said, I'm going to choose that one today. And lo and behold, it's a misfit with regard to, charting. So, but anyway, that's what I was talking about. No harm, no foul. You can see
Yeah,
that airway runs off of the 078 degree radial
correct.
off of
Yep.
Yardley. So in reality, if there was concern with regard to the issuance, go in with ATC and clear it up. Nothing
Yeah,
is perfect in this world. It's not a big deal. You could just tell them, hey, I'm not showing that Victor 445. Can you give me a radial that represents it, and I'll handle it? And they would do so. It's not a big deal.
yeah.
But you see
Absolutely.
the dilemma that you and I were having to deal with there because you were
Yeah.
seeing one thing and I was seeing something else. So, welcome to the complex world of IFR charting. So not everything is guaranteed to be perfect.
Yeah, I see. No. It makes a lot of sense. Thank you very
Oh,
much for
okay,
showing it to me.
no problem. I
That's
just didn't want to leave you, and you sitting there and look at it again and go, I still don't see anything, and start doubting yourself. Because again, I looked it up myself on my Sky Vector, and I don't see that Victor 445 on it either. So hey.
that's weird that they are not
It,
depicting it on there. Maybe I send a communication to them to check on that. Why
Uh,
wouldn't they have it?
that or again, NOTAMs. I did check real quick to see if I could pick up a NOTAM that maybe that little segment has been deleted and it's just
Mm-hmm.
not being represented yet. Now I don't know why it wouldn't be represented on ForeFlight because they have a responsibility to keep up with this stuff just like
Correct.
Sky Vectors and everybody else does. But I don't know. I don't have
Correct.
an answer. To be honest with you, it's
Yeah.
interesting. But anyway.
Yeah.
Outside of that, overall, good job, with regard to entry into your hold. You established yourself fairly well, keeping your altitudes and your course guidance in check, working on your timing principles and so on, and wind correction angle principles and stuff. Good. Leaving the hold, you had some questions for you to go back and kind of remind yourself, how do I leave? Again, the guidance for leaving a hold will come through ATC. When they get ready to release you, they're going to give you guidance on where to go next. And that's
Gotcha.
either, you and them work that out, or that's just what they had planned for you, and they'll give you proper guidance. So remember, if you're not sure about the phonetic spelling of stuff, don't be shy. Say again, please, for 1720 Sierra Papa. I didn't catch that phonetic spelling. Don't
Yeah.
Sometimes we can't be perfectly formal and exact on the stuff that we're doing. There's a lot of things going on. And just be polite, be professional, but just tell them, say again, spell it for me again. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. I'm not shy.
Yeah, I should have. I should have done that. I say again. This is like approach. I cannot find a Macy, but I have Macy. And
Yeah,
now and you told me like most of the I thought it was like a GPS waypoint that you were giving me. It was part of the approach. It was part of the approach. I should have immediately go to my approach plate and look for Macy there. It was right there.
yeah. I mean, that's a learning experience. I mean, again, those are just things that I've picked up in my years of doing it. That always comes back to me in terms of my thought processes for, for things, events like this, But even then, let me tell you the go-to thing to do. First of all, tell them to respell it. If you still feel that you're uncomfortable about trying to get your orientation right, and you say, man, I'm ready to leave the hold, you got two choices. It's either go ahead and stay in the hold and tell them that you're going to have to do another lap around it, or better yet, just tell them, listen, can you give me radar vectors to Maisie for a few minutes till I can get programmed in? And they'll say, Roger that, fly heading 290 radar vectors to Maisie. So again, learning to work the system for ATC, it takes experience first, and so that's where your instructor should be sharing what I'm sharing with you on a regular basis, because I have those exposures. I've been there. I kind of know how to work the system and what we need to do to help ourselves in situations like that. You follow me?
Yep,
so
I am.
In that case, if you were coming there and you were ready to leave the hold, you got it phonetically correct, but you still are kind of working on pulling your approach plate up, and you say, man, I don't want to get behind here. Just go over and tell them, can you give me radar vectors to Maisie for the time while I program? And they will fix you up in a heartbeat.
That makes a lot of sense.
Not a problem.
The other thing that I noticed, and thank you for correcting me, is that I loaded the plate and I was doing the briefing, but I forgot to press navigation on the. I loaded my approach, but I forgot to put navigation on the autopilot.
On the autopilot.
So I had to pay attention to that.
Yeah, I agreed. But if you're flying on heading mode, just remember, just navigate along the center D bar over to Maisie with your heading bug. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. I would prefer you going to GPS steer mode so that you can take your hands off the airplane, so to speak, and do your due diligence. You've got a lot of things to do. So I would prefer you using the highest level of automation, autopilot wise, available to you in that time and place.
Absolutely. Makes a lot of sense.
Okay. So that's it. So I'm going to leave it with you. You did a good job overall, really.
Thank you,
I'm
Alan.
pretty impressed.
Really appreciate it.
I like it. Hope your flight today goes off well for you, and you have good weather and all those kind of good things.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much, and thank you for all your help and advice.
You're welcome,
really.
Raphael.
It adds a lot of value to me, and I appreciate you.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear. All right. So take care. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right.
See you. Bye-bye.